Alright guys, let's do a message for my Geminis, or Gemini cross watcher. Bear with me, it's hot. I mean, it doesn't even feel like winter. I've already said that, but man, it just keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter. What's up with the weather? Woo! I'm talking like, it's hot. I had to put the air on, and I haven't had it on long, so I'm like, whew. It might be a really hot summer. I mean, at least where I'm at in the world, it's supposed to be cold right now, but that's fine. All right, here we go. So Gemini, feel free to reverse it if you need to. It might be somebody connected to you, could be their message, could be yours. Either way, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to title this yet, but there is a person here who is feeling a bit in over their head. Whoever this person is, they might have bitten off more than they can chew. I think this person's taken on a lot. And willingly, well, in some cases, maybe not willingly, it depends on how it goes, but Willy? I'm hearing Free Willy? Is that about a whale? Maybe there's something here to do with whales? That's cute. I was not getting that. When I wrote your message down, I didn't get anything about whales or Free Willy, but anyway, that's for somebody watching. But yeah, so there's a person here who's been taken on a lot. Willingly or unwillingly, but it feels like this is a very determined individual. I mean, I wouldn't even say stubborn, because I understand sometimes life, I don't know, sometimes life can be like that. A single parent could be very determined. I mean, what else are they going to do? They kind of are left no choice. They have to work really hard. They have to take on, more sometimes than they can handle, and just they have to, it's just somebody who has a lot of responsibilities, and it's because they have a focus. They're very focused and like tunnel vision. So they're just kind of, I guess, they feel right now like they have no choice. They have to do it this way. It's something they have to do. I understand that. It doesn't have to be as hard on them as it is, though, and they know that, but they also feel on some level that it's their duty or their responsibility to make sure they see something through all the way. Like, they probably don't receive a lot of help, if any help. You might even be the one, unless it's reversed, that's willing to help this person. You see what they're putting on their plate, or what others are putting on their plate, because that'll be different for everybody. And maybe you're willing to help, and even if it's in small ways, it'll make a big impact. But they won't even let you. Like, this is someone who is like, I have to do this on my own. It's something I have to do. I mean, this could be somebody, just as an example, who's going to school and also working a full-time job, or 2 jobs, or 3 jobs, or, also a single parent and has a bunch of pets and then picks up side work on the side. They're just doing a lot. But, oh, here's my light. I'm moving my light all over the place. They're all over the place. You see, you can still see it. I'm just going to leave it like that. But yeah, they're like taking on the world, really. Whoever this is, you, another, but it's overwhelming. I think they're taking on so much that it's beginning to get to the point of overload. They're a little bit overloaded, overwhelmed. They could be trying to prove something to themselves or even others, but I don't think they're trying to prove anything to another. This doesn't feel like someone who's like trying to prove a point or prove that they're the best of the best of the best to other people. It doesn't feel like somebody who's in competition with anyone else, which is another reason I like this individual. I kind of want to give him a hug. I kind of want to help him myself, but I get it. I think they're trying to prove something to themselves, like they can do it. I mean, especially if this is someone who's grown up always in a struggle. Like, if someone grew up and they didn't know where their next meal was going to come from, or they grew up in poverty, they were very poor, they had to get a job really young, or, they didn't really have things handed to them or have the luxuries of certain things. This would be someone who's, it's how they're built. It's how life has built them to be, I'll just take it all on. I don't think this is someone who's had anything easy handed to them. This might even be a woman, because my feminine side of my body, my eye is jacking up right now. I feel like there's something in it. So if this is a woman, oh my God. Well, it doesn't have to be though. It could be a man. Whoever this is, my rice is going off. I'm cooking dinner. I don't know how they would be in a relationship, because it seems like they wouldn't have a lot of time for it or a lot of energy towards a partner, because they can't. I mean, they can't have the luxury of even that, you know, because they are like, I have to do this. I have to do this. Now, if somebody is in a relationship, maybe it's something they just think they have to do, but they also have a partner. You know, their partner might be willing to take some of the load off or help them. But if they don't have a partner, this is probably why they don't have time for it. Somebody here doesn't have time for it. And they may even get to where they're like, look, too many times I've gotten in relationships and lost everything that I had, or, you know, because I spent so much time focusing on a partner and a relationship, it took away time that I could have been working harder on my academics or on my career or my stability. And I'm not doing that anymore. You know, somebody's not giving all their time to a relationship anymore. But if they're in a relationship, that could be a problem. I don't know if this person is or not. I don't even know who this is. It's just what I'm getting. So if this is someone who had a hard upbringing, or even as a young adult into adulthood period, if they had hard times, fell on hard times, fell on a lot of rock bottoms, so used to the rock bottoms, it feels good down there. It almost feels like they're getting a hot stone massage, you know? I don't know why I laughed. I guess because I relate. Like, I totally get that, you know? My hair is sticking to me. This is why they have this type of mindset and work ethic. But it becomes too much, you know, to where they reach the point of collapse or even breakdown. Maybe even like a mental, emotional breakdown. They could snap because they're just like, it's too much. I think this person's been in a really tough spot. You may know this person's been in a tough spot, or is currently in a tough spot, or just doesn't want to ever be in a tough spot like they've been in again. And again, you want to help this person. You may even want to provide solutions, but they really want to prove that they can do this thing on their own. Prove it to themselves. I really got to give it to this person, because they're determined, okay? I'm telling you, if I could give them one name, it would be Captain Determined. That's them. But I get it, you know. It's not always the healthiest way to go about things. Here's the light. The light just wants to be seen. I mean, maybe this person's being called to do this right now. You know, there's times in our life when we have to like take a step back and we have to kind of, you know, pace ourselves. And then there's times when we have to get in there and really go for it. Maybe this person, maybe it's healthy for them right now. I don't know their journey on a personal level. If they're always like this, that's one thing. But we have the gnats are back. Here we go again. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, if they're always like this, and this is someone who's always on the grind, and they're always doing this, and always taking on so much, and never wants any help from anybody or accepts help from anybody because they feel like they're going to run themselves ragged. But if this is someone who's kind of been in like a hermit mode for a while, or blah, 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 and now they've gotten the call to kind of do this on their own and go after it, well, then let me not stop you, because I feel like something about this feels like this is almost like what they have to do right now. It's just part of their journey. For some individuals here, or part of your journey if this is you. As long as they make sure that they have enough discernment, or they listen for the signs, or they receive the call, that when it's also time to take a step back, they're able to do that, and they don't get obsessed with what they're doing, you know. But they're still going to keep going. This person is still going to keep going. They have the responsibility to themselves and to others, and they intend to uphold it, baby. Let me tell you. I think the only way this type of person would stop what they're doing is if they're forced or they have no choice. like if the universe or whoever they believe in forces them to stop, or they get sick or something, you know, then they'll stop. Unless they listen. Because again, it could be somebody who's very much willing to listen to the call, and this is something they're called to do right now, and if they get called to take a step back again, they will. This type of person would be a great employee for hire for the right company, because they'd be willing to work hard and put in initiative. However, for the wrong company or boss, they can be taken advantage of. I hope this isn't a work situation, because sometimes people would love this type of person, especially if they're corrupt, because they can make this person do all of the work, especially if this person ever gets on salary, but not even just that, hourly. You know, if they have a corrupt boss or a company they work for, if they don't work for themselves, they could definitely be taken advantage of, because they're willing to do all the work that other people aren't. And because they have bills they have to pay. They don't have anyone else that's going to pay it for them, because they are single and they don't have a partner that... Okay, let's talk about this gnat flying around. There's some sort of opposition around this person. Well, there's I can't speak. I'm hearing operator. Wherever that's from. That's a song, I think. Anyway, let me not get distracted. Y'all know my ADHD ass. It used to be ADD, now apparently it's ADD. Okay, stop. There's some sort of opposition around all of us, but definitely around this person during this time. And you think this person's stopping? Do you see me stopping? Oh, those little gnat tries to... Anytime I see a gnat, which is also weird to see in the winter time, it's always a part of my message. It showed up in another message. I don't remember what zodiac I was doing a message for, but it's always somebody, you know, buzzing around, trying to create drama or strife for somebody. And I sense that here. But they're going to keep going, or this is you, you're going to keep going. But anyway, if somebody works for the wrong person or company, they'll be taken advantage of, especially this type of person. They'll be taken advantage of by other employees, because they'll be like, well, you work my shift, or they'll slack off because they know this person's going to pick up the work. But then at the end of the day, these individuals will still get paid. Meanwhile, this person's the one doing everything. I think not, Scotty, but this person, they'll do it anyway because they have to have a job until they find something else. But let me tell you, this person's not stupid now. You think this person's like going to allow themselves to be shit on? I would say this type of individual is anything but fucking weak. It may take them a week to find another job, but they very well will, or they'll find another way around to their success, their desired destination. Yeah, they will. Gnats or not. But the same goes for romantic situations. Like, if this is somebody here who gets in a relationship with the wrong individual, or even just, you know, involves themselves with the wrong individual, they'll be taken advantage of sexually, financially, and all ways. They gotta be careful. This can be someone who another individual, like, people will be out for blood for this type of person. They would have them for dinner, Hannibal style. They would just eat them alive. Throw them to the wolves type thing. They would try to eat them alive, but I don't know. I feel like this person's not as weak as people might think that they are. I don't know. It's to me, it's baffling that anybody would think this person's weak, given their work ethic and their romantic track record. Just like how much they're willing to put in, we'll say, and not even willing, but how much they do. You can be willing all day and do nothing, but this person is not only willing, they do it. They take action. This is an action person. This is a doer. But it don't matter. You still have people like these little gnats that they'd be thrown in the mix a little bit to, you know, stir it up a little bit, stir the pot. Jealousy would be the only thing that makes sense here. If anyone is out for blood for this person, it would because of jealousy. They want to have something this person has, and if they can't, they want to beat them, you know. If I can't join you or be like you, I'll try to beat you. Could be because they perceive this person as willing to do anything to not lose or fail. This is somebody, I'm telling you, they got to be real careful. I think they are. I think they've been burned one too many times. And so they can see it, or you can see it if this is you. Like I said, they're not stupid. You're not stupid. If in any form, love, career, etc., they sense at all, in the slightest, that they're being taken advantage of or for granted, they will do what they have to do to free themselves, even if that means lose. This light, I'm telling you, I can't say, it's almost like it's moving, and it ain't moving, but it's like it's moving, isn't it? It just keeps getting closer. What the hell? They have too much dignity to allow someone to mistreat them or get in their way. They've worked too hard. They've been through too much. This is I like this person. Anyone else would be happy to have this individual or this type of person on their team or as a partner or friend or whoever. If anyone has or is taking advantage of someone here, it's about to be their loss, not this person's. Because there are people that would be very happy to have this person on their side or to partner with them or whatever. The right people, the people who aren't there for the wrong reasons, the people who aren't trying to take and harm an individual. You don't just have enemies in life, you also have allies. As part of the hero's journey, you don't just have friends either and allies, you'll have the enemies. You got to have it all. I mean, yay, it's so fun. When we do it, we can't do anything about it. It's just part of it. Even if we don't notice at the time, like some people, it's like, well, they don't have any enemies. Shit. They just don't know they have any enemies. We all do. Now, if this person could even be just doing this themselves. It doesn't have to be in a romantic situation or in work or anything. They could be taking on everything themselves because they feel like they have to reach the next level in life, and nobody's going to do it for them. So if it's not anyone else that's putting everything on them or taking advantage of them or putting so much on their plate, they themselves are putting more on their plate because they feel called to. They know they have to do it. It's time to fight for what they want. And it's not like they haven't. They've been fighting probably their whole damn life, but maybe they've been in a period of a break. Well, they're not anymore. Or this is someone who's being called to come out of a break period, come out of hermit mode, come out of isolation and fight. It's time. It's time. Be determined. Be vigilant. They may reach a breaking point where they will need to get some help. So someone here could need to get some help in the future, but I think help might even approach them because they're working so hard. It's just going to kind of show up for them in some way, but not because they're sitting back doing nothing. It's because they're working hard. But some way along our journey, we do meet the mentor, right? Hero's journey. And thank God for that, because that does help us along the way. Because if we did this whole life on our own, completely alone, can you imagine? There's no way. There's no way. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.